Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I just want to say a big thank you to everybody who's been subscribing to my channel. I've been blown away to, and the amount of people that have been watching my videos is just going up and up and up and up and up. I mean, this YouTube malarkey is not easy, I can tell you. But I have been blown away, so thank you so much. So keep on subscribing, keep liking, keep commenting. All your lovely comments have been amazing. So anyway, let's get on with the card. Stop the yapping. Right, this is what I'm going to be using today. I'm going to be using some dies today. Some just plain white cardstock, some silver, this lovely blue, a couple of leaf dies. I want some little circles. I've got this Merry Christmas die, and I've got a blue ribbon. And I think that's all I need at the moment. So let me get a few things cut out of these, and then I'll come back. Right, I've cut out a few of these leaves. I'm not sure if I need any more yet, but I'll just stick to that for a moment. I've cut out the rectangle die, which is about 1 inch across. I'm not going to be using all this, so I'm going to be cutting that in half for a minute. Just like that. And I've cut out the Merry Christmas, and I've cut that out twice because I want to stick it on top of each other. Just to make it a bit more, a little bit thicker, because this is quite flimsy cardstock. What I'm going to be using today is a 5x5 card. So let me just move these. And one of the dies I didn't show you was a circle die. So I'm going to be using this circle die today. And this is going to be the shape of the card. Just get some tape. And I'm going to make sure the fold is at the top. And I'm just going to bring this die just off the top. Just so when it cuts, it's not going to cut this piece here. So that'll still give me a fold. So I'm going to just bring it off slightly, about that I think. And then I'm going to stick it down. And I'm going to run it through my die machine. This circle is about 4 1/4 across, 4 1/4 inches, if you want to know. So yeah, so the fold's at the top. That's stuck down nice. Right, I'm just going to get that cut. Right, so that's all cut out, I hope. Yeah. Right, so that's my little card. I mean, it's not going to stand up yet, but I am going to take a little sliver off the bottom. Let's get rid of any bits. Right, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the same die that I used for the card. And out of this paper here, I'm going to cut another circle. So I'll get that cut out. Right, so it's my little circle of blue paper cut out. And where that's going to go is on there. But first what I want to do is I'm going to bring in that little silver rectangle again. And I want to decide which way up I want this. I think I'll have it that way. And I'm going to bring in my glue. And I'm just going to stick this. I was going to say cut this. No, I'm not going to cut it. I'm going to stick this behind here. Just so it looks like that little bit that you get on the top of the baubles. I'm going to use my grid just to make sure I get it straight, or straightish. So when that's stuck on, just check with your envelope, this is a 5x5 envelope, that it's still going to fit in your envelope, which that one is. So now that's on, I can get this stuck onto the front of the card. Right, make sure your fold's at the top. And then what I do is try and get that little silver bit in the middle of the flat bit there. Oop, like sticking it too quick. And then just stick the blue paper on top of the white. So then you've got your opening card. Right, before I go any further, I'm just going to take a little tiny slither off the bottom of the card. It hardly it don't have to take hardly anything at all off. I mean, that'd be fine. Just that little tiny bit there, just so the card will stand up. You can do this with your scissors or with your paper trimmer. I've done it with my paper trimmer. Yep, it has cut through. Didn't think it had then. So that's all you need, just to flatten off the bottom. All right, and then you just try your card out and it stands up without wobbling. So that's perfect. Right, I've stuck my Marys and my Christmases together. So they're nice and sturdy now, or sturdier than they were. And I'm going to get these stuck onto the card. So I'm going to start off with the Christmas, because that one's going to go down the bottom. Right, and then this Christmas is going to go down around there, near the bottom. Give it a good push down. And then the Mary. I'm going to sort of fit in between the Christmas. Just above it. So somewhere around there. Yep, that'll be fine. Give it a good push down. I'm just using a wet wipe. Just picks up any glue that oozes out as well. There, so there's my Merry Christmas. Right, I've made this little bow out of the ribbon, nice blue ribbon. And that's going to go just so it covers the top of that join there. But I don't want too much of that covered because I want that to be showing quite well. So about there. So I'm going to get that put on with hot glue. And I usually just go right across the back of the bow, just to hold it together. And then pull down my little tails as I'm sticking it down, just to try and keep them underneath. And then just give it a good push. Like that. So that's my little bow on. Right, now time to stick these leaves on. I'm going to cut these big ones in half, or sort of half. And first off, I'm going to just shape some of these leaves. So where they've got the little join down the middle, just using my pokey tool, just going to push up like that. Either side. Whoop. Probably don't need to do the ones right down the bottom. I'll probably be cutting some of these off because they're quite long and I probably don't need these leaves this long. So I'll just pull them down a little bit so they're not too folded. So I'll just show you the difference. Just gives them a little bit of shape rather than just being flat. It's worth just taking the time to do that. So I'm going to do all those. I won't let you sit there and watch. So I'll come back when I've done that. So that's all my little leaves shaped up. So all I've got to do now is put them onto the card. I'm not going to stick them all down. I'm going to leave the ends a bit loose. And I'm just going to tuck them underneath the ribbon. I'm going to let them come off the card a little bit because I've got plenty of room in the envelope. So just gently stick them to your card like that. Try that bit that side, I think. Take a little bit off that. There's no right way or wrong way of doing this. It's just whatever you prefer. Stick that one up underneath there. Let it come off the card a little bit. I'm not going to let it come over the letters. So I want that to be clear. Dab any glue off. And then you just keep going, you just build it up. I'm going to have one coming down through the middle. That's way too long. Save all your little bits you've cut off because you can still use those. So that one's, I'm going to put that one right in the middle, just under that ribbon there. Might have some coming down there actually. If I tuck that under like that, I could trim some off. Just so it's not so long. I say just play around, just see what you prefer. Just going to pop a little bit of glue there, just to keep that piece down on top of that piece. And then just keep building up to wherever you want the pieces. Do I need another piece down there? Or do I just leave it? I might leave that actually, leave that clear and have more over this side. Might have a little piece in there. Right, with the little pieces you've cut off, you can see where I've chopped off there, but all you have to do is just follow around the piece you want to keep, like that, and then you've got another piece that you can use somewhere. So you can pop that wherever you want then. Same with this piece, I can do the same. Just follow that branch around. I can just fill in the gap over here if I want then, which I might do actually. Might use that little piece. And then I might finish there with the leaves. I want it hiding underneath there. And I think that's enough. I mean, you could come back, you know, you could carry on coming around there if you want. Actually, that looks quite nice. I'll just have it come in from underneath that leaf. Just coming right down to the bottom there. Yeah, I think that's okay. But the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some of these little silver circles. And they're going to be like the berries. If you look on this die here, this die cut, you've got little knobbly bits. And I think that's where you're supposed to put like a red berry or something. But I'm just going to use these silver ones just to match them in with the card. Got different sizes. Did I put glue there? No, I didn't, did I? Just going to randomly put different sizes. Not even going to think about it. Just going to pick up whatever comes first and plonk them on these little knobbles. Right, I think this is the last one. I had to cut out some more because I didn't quite have enough. Well, actually, there's one there. No, that's a bit close. I'm going to leave that off. Put one up there. And I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah, I had to cut out some more because I didn't have enough. Now I've got all these bigger circles that I don't really need. But I shall keep them. So come in for something, come in handy. So once all my berries are on, I'm just going to give them a quick tap. Make sure I've put them on properly so they don't fall off. And then that's my card finished. You see I've left all these quite loose. Just gives the card a little bit more movement, which I like. And that's it. My little mini bauble card. I mean, how cute's that? It stands up nicely, just with that little sliver cut off the bottom. And how simple. Simple but quite effective, I think. Nice shaped card. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, I'd love it if you could subscribe to my channel. Give me a like, comment down below. A lot of you have been commenting, and thank you so much for all your lovely comments. And hopefully I'll see you again next time. See you later. Bye.